Hi, I'm Ann of All Trades, and this week we are tackling a super fun and easy DIY firewood storage rack. Before we get started, I would love to give a huge shout out to my sponsor Squarespace for helping support my channel. Let's do this.
I get my hands dirty, they show me no mercy, so I just keep working.
All my beautifully new, freshly planted grass. So the first thing that we need is nice flat ground for our cinder blocks, and to be honest, the weight of the firewood pile will probably flatten it out just fine on its own, but we don't want anything looking wonky, especially if we're going to take all the time to stack this so nicely anyway. It might as well look really good too. These cinder blocks are basically the perfect size to be able to fit the 4x4 and then a round post. Of course, you can actually use the square post too. We initially had done that down there. That's what Isaac is fixing. But I just love the look of having the round posts a lot more. And since we're going to be looking at this all summer long while the wood dries out, better to fix it now than later. Watch these skills.
Right. Here we
Don't
go.
mind me. Here we go. All right.
So these can push out just so they overlap just a little bit.
Oh, that guy still needs to come up more, huh? Howdy, boy. Are you
bud.
helping?
Hi. Okay.
There you go. So the incredible beauty of this project is that it isn't even really a project. It's some cinder blocks, some 4x4s, and some posts dropped in. You don't even need fasteners because the weight of the firewood actually holds the entire structure together. The weight in the middle here keeps these cinder blocks from tipping over, and then the weight of the wood pushing outwards keeps these boards in place as well. So you see we already have one stacked over here, and it is solid as an absolute rock, just because of the way the physics of it work. And don't ask me sciencey questions, I probably don't know them. But one cool thing is that a 8-foot run of this holds about a half cord of wood. So we're making 2 smaller 8-foot runs back here, and then we'll do a full cord run here that's 16 feet long. The crucial thing that you need to remember as you're stacking this is that the bottom layer needs to be really well stacked, but after that, you're good to go. This is the ultimate game of Tetris. You want to take a piece and stack it? Here, take that piece. Can you stack it? Make yourselves useful. We use firewood to heat our house because it's a very inexpensive and of course sustainable option. Earlier this season I got a bunch of free firewood given to me. It was free because it was pretty difficult to actually split, but of course we were able to rent a hydraulic splitter and we got all of the wood split and stacked nicely here. As I mentioned at the beginning, this video is sponsored by Squarespace, an awesome, easy-to-use platform where you can create a stunning website for yourself. I've been using Squarespace since I started my business in 2012. It is really easy for someone who's not very tech savvy like me to drag and drop and create a stunning website with all my needs. I have a commerce section so you can buy merchandise or products that I create and sell. I have a blog, I can host photos and videos, and it's just a great resource for me. Make sure you go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/AnnofAllTrades to save 10% on your first purchase of a website or domain. Squarespace provides beautiful designer templates that you can just drag and drop your material into, and Squarespace also offers incredible customer support 24/7. So all together in this spot, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cords of firewood, and that is definitely going to last us all winter long. We are able to harvest some of our firewood from our forested property back here just as a sustainability thing. We never try to take down trees that are actually still alive, but because we have a lot of old growth alder, we have been slowly trying to take those down before they actually fall and hurt the other trees below them. We've had a lot of torrential downpours, which is pretty out of character for the Seattle area, and that often causes water to run away from the roots of trees and then causes them to fall. So that's exactly what happened to this alder tree. I just need to get it out of the pathway. I'll take probably about 3/4 of it, load it up, and I'll take it, chop it, and stack it. My grandpa, who's the reason that I do a lot of the homesteading and woodworking things that I do, always said that if you chop your own wood, it warms you twice. But I would argue that chopping your own wood warms you like 10 to 40 times, because you have to get it, you have to bring it over, you have to chop it, you have to stack it, then inevitably you have to restack it at least 30 times, then you have to bring it into the house. So maybe he was in way better shape than I was, but I get sweaty at least 10 to 15 times per piece of wood that I bring into the house. So there we have it, 4 cords stacked and ready to go. This stuff is going to dry out in the open air, and then when it comes time for the winter rains, we will either tarp it or put a little tin roof structure over it just to keep it dry. But really, when you have it stacked like this, even if it does get a little light sprinkle of rain, the wood underneath will stay fairly dry because it's just sheltered from this stuff. And as long as it's properly seasoned, aka it's had enough time for the actual moisture content of the wood to evaporate out, it's gonna burn like a champion no matter what. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video and for supporting my channel in that way. If you'd like to support me in other ways, there's a link for my Patreon and my merchandise below. I hope you leave this video feeling challenged, inspired, and excited to get outside and to do things with your own hands as well. Cheers.